We have one coach on the way to be here shortly. I would like to welcome everyone to the first session of our 2004-2005 Winter Sports Recognition Night. I want to take a moment to thank all of our coaches. They put a tremendous amount of time and effort in with our athletes, and I want them to know that their dedication to our athletic program here at NCCS does not go unnoticed. I'd like to thank Lisa Menard for typing the certificates and also the program. In this session, we will recognize the students who participated in volleyball, bowling, and hockey. With this group, there have been many successes this winter. The volleyball team was runner-up in Section 7. Brent Banker was named Coach of the Year. The boys bowling team was second place in the league and won a CVAC Sportsmanship Award. And the girls bowling team was also second place in the league. The hockey team won 2 tournaments, was runner-up in Section 7. Kyle Gadway was the 4th leading scorer in the CVAC. Matt Welch tied for 1st in the CVAC with goaltender wins. And Rob Francis was named Coach of the Year. But success is not measured only in terms of championships, and we are all proud of our athletes' accomplishments, no matter how big or how small. In addition to their athletic talents, 69 of the players earned high honors in academics while participating this winter. On behalf of the coaching staff, I wish the best for our seniors who have performed in these sports at Northeastern for their last time, and encourage our returning athletes to work hard so we can continue our program of excellence in the future. Our format tonight will be for each team to assemble up front. I'll introduce the athletes as the coach distributes an awards packet. Please hold your applause until the end of the introductions for each team. The coach will then comment on individual and team accomplishments. I ask all members of the audience to be patient and respectful of the coaches while they are speaking about the athletes and the teams they're recognizing, and I'll also ask that everyone remain in the auditorium for the full session. For our first team, could we have the modified volleyball team down front, please? Megan Chu, Ashley DiBernardo, Catherine Dici, Sylvia Horn, Megan Langer, Christiana Passano, Samantha Prue, Tessa Rogers, Ali Sisson, Sadie Decos, Aisha Loya, Chelsea McGibbon, Alyssa Rabin, Ivory Racine, Victoria Strecker, Liz Vincelette, Manager Miranda Baker, Manager Callie Blankenship. Please welcome the modified volleyball team and Coach Bouchard.
By thanking a few people. A special thank you to all the parents. Your support and encouragement meant a lot to all of us. Very much appreciated. Thanks to Josie Gilroy, who always does an outstanding job as our athletic director. There's a tremendous responsibility in scheduling and trying to keep all the coaches and the players happy. I want to thank both Patty Oliver Mosley, our JV coach, and Brent Maker, our varsity coach. They have both been a great help to me in both tryouts and games. This year, they selflessly gave their time every Saturday to help coach our games. I know the girls enjoyed playing for them, and I'm sure it was helpful to get advice from the second party, as well as a break from me. I also want to congratulate both Brent and Patty and their teams on a very successful season. Finally, I want to thank my players and our 2 managers. They were a dedicated and enthusiastic group. When we asked them to do something, they not only did it, but always went above and beyond. One of the best compliments we received this year was from a parent from an opposing team. After a game on Saturday, this parent came to me and said how much she enjoyed watching our team play. They could obviously see the smiles and the teamwork, just the fun they were having. And just a little bit about players. Megan Chu was a returning player this year. I tried to convince her to try out for JV, but she felt more comfortable in working on her skills and modified for just one more year. She certainly worked hard and became an even stronger server and setter. She ended the season with an amazing 177 points, 33 aces, and 23 assists. As a result, Megan has earned this year's Most Valuable Player award. Catherine Dietschy returned this year, adding some much-needed height to our team. Catherine has become much more aggressive and confident this year and has really stepped up to the plate, especially in her hitting. Catherine had a team high of 25 hits and has earned one of this year's Most Improved Player awards. This next player is one whose strive for excellence is unbeatable. Megan Langer never lets anything get her down, and despite whatever happens, always has a smile on her face. Megan worked very hard to earn a spot on the team this year. Her persistence and dedication has earned her the second Most Improved Player award. This is Ashley DiBernardo's first year with volleyball. She was a little shy at first, but gradually built up the confidence. Ashley put forth a great deal of effort, and by the end of the season, she was making amazing passes and very strong serves. Sylvia Horn is someone who always puts 110% into whatever she does. She takes pride in learning new skills and performing them well. Sylvia is a perfectionist, and I know she'll continue to do well in volleyball. Two words to describe Christiana Passano are power and strength. After seeing Christiana serve and hit a few times, the opposing team quickly learned to back up. She certainly exudes a commanding presence on the court. Every now and then, a player comes along who you can tell just lives for the sport. This year we had Samantha Prue. Samantha put her whole heart into playing. She was extremely aggressive and went after the ball at any cost. She dove for the ball so much, she was named the floor magnet. Sam also proved herself as a strong and dependable setter. Tessa Rogers returned this year as a much stronger, not to mention taller player. Height is always a good thing, and Tessa certainly used it to her advantage, especially with her hitting. She ended the season with a very impressive 20 hits. Even though this is Allie Sisson's first year, she really came through for us. Allie has a quiet and elegant style all her own. She moves very gracefully on the court and also has a very powerful serve. We were fortunate this year to have our own little Texan on our team. Right in the beginning, Aisha Loya demonstrated above-average skill in every area. She's a natural athlete and an amazing all-around player, with a forceful serve and a beautiful light touch when she sets. Aisha ended the season with 105 points and 20 aces. This was certainly a good year for Sadie Decos. Sadie started out somewhat shy, but her never-give-up attitude turned her into a strong player. She always came up with the serves and passing when needed. Chelsea McGibbon really improved her game this year. She lacked confidence at first, but with continued practice, she became more aggressive on the court. As the season progressed, Chelsea's serving and passing became much more consistent. A setter needs to be a strong communicator and motivator. Alyssa Rabideau certainly has these traits. Her voice could always be heard across the gym, trying to get her teammates focused and energized. When she wasn't being a motivator, she would be seen driving all over the court trying to avoid a drop ball. Ivy Racine, otherwise known as Pickles, was an amazing first-year player. Ivy showed no hesitation on the court. She would do whatever possible to make the play, and is definitely someone who has a bright future ahead of her in volleyball. Tori Strecker has an undeniable love for volleyball. She put every ounce of energy into every practice and game. She was a pleasure to coach, and she worked hard to improve her skills, and it showed both in her serving and passing. This was Liz Vincelet's first year. She really worked hard and was determined to do well. She put so much time and effort into everything she did. She has such a positive attitude and be an asset to any team. As I mentioned earlier, we were fortunate this year to have two wonderful managers. Kelly Blankenship and Miranda Baker were a tremendous asset to this team. They were the first ones in the gym and the last ones to leave. They could not do enough to help and were always one step ahead of me. I want them to know how much we all appreciate their help, and we have a little something for them just to say thank you. In closing, I just want to congratulate this team on a very successful and rewarding season. And I want to thank all of you again for your commitment and dedication to this team. I wish those of you who will be moving on to JV next year all the best, and I'm already looking forward to working with some of you again next year.
This is one of the most enjoyable seasons for me out of all the sports that I've played. This group of girls standing in front of you are some of the most enjoyable, hardworking, and fun-loving group of girls I know. They are great athletes as well. We worked hard and it definitely showed in our matches. I had a great year and I hope the rest of you did too. Also, Ms. Ducharme is a great coach and a great person as well. Hope to see all of you playing on a team with me next year and have to say, you guys rock my socks off.
I'm Tessa Rogers, and I agree with Meg completely. We had the best season ever. Not only did we just have fun playing on the court, we also had really interesting and fun bus rides. I feel bad for the poor bus drivers. Let me just say that once 7 in the morning and singing on Candy High. Let's just say that. But we did have a lot of fun. I'd like to say thank you to our parents for bringing us and supporting us through the whole season. I'd also like to say thank you to Miranda and Callie for being great managers. I'd also like to say thank you to Ms. Ducharme, and a special thank you to Mr. Banker and Ms. Sullivan for always being there to help us.
We have the JV volleyball team up front, please. I will ask you again to be quiet up there in the corner, please, while the coaches are speaking, or the students are speaking. Jenna Burley. Vanessa Di Natale. Tabitha Gillespie. Amanda Goodfellow. Sarah Kelly. Caitlin Langer, Carissa Manette, Rachel Everlett, Alyssa Everett, Allison Rich, Michelle Yakey, Sarah Slater, Brooke Supernon, Alexis Rye, Manager Cheyenne Mayette. Please welcome the JV volleyball team and Coach Mosley.
Welcome to all of you who are attending the celebration here this evening. I would like to extend congratulations to Ms. Ducharme and her modified team who achieved great accomplishments this season. It was fun to attend their competitions and to watch them play great matches and to improve each week that I attended. I would also like to thank the varsity team and Mr. Baker for their help and their enthusiasm during our season. I also enjoyed assisting their matches and impressed by their high level of play during competition. This team has demonstrated skill, determination, and great creativity going into sectionals, especially with their little cheers that they pulled off. You all have high energy, and I am proud to know each and every one of you. Congratulations to you and Mr. Banker for your accomplishments this year. This year, I was fortunate to have a manager who was dependable and available for our practices and matches. A huge thank you goes to Cheyenne Myatt for her dedication to the program. She was a happy girl and an optimistic friend to the players throughout our season. I'd also like to thank Dan Moore for being the JV scorekeeper. Mary Lou Retton said, "As simple as it sounds, we all must try to be the best person we can by making the best choices, by making the most of the talents that we've been given." My philosophy on coaching focuses on analyzing the talent that each player can contribute individually to the team performance and how that player fits in as a team player. Each week I would review what skills were demonstrated in practice, and I would choose the teams for the competition from the players' efforts that they put forth. I changed players to new positions, and some players volunteered to try new positions. When reviewing matches and statistics during the season, there were a lot of adjustments made during the first two-thirds of the season. I hope that these young ladies know it is okay to not be the best player, and that being a team member is as important if they fulfill their duties to the team. It's because of all the players working together that the team can and will improve. It's the coach's duty to continue on a mission of communicating information and rehearsing their parts for this performance. It's a great feeling to coach a team that care about each other and they stay the course to finish the season as this team has. I am proud of each player who accomplished their goals and represented our school in volleyball. I am proud of what my team accomplished during this season, as well as their academic progress and other extracurricular activities that they participated in. I will now talk about the players who are here this evening. Michelle Yakey is a freshman who is always present in practice and enthusiastic. She helped our team in many ways, and she was willing to switch from middle hitter to outside hitter during the season. Michelle has the potential to be a force and a leader in the future of this team. Caitlin Langer is a sophomore who suffered an injury, but through determination returned to play as soon as possible. Caitlin is a special person who truly cares about the entire team, and she loves volleyball. I wish her the best in her future in volleyball and thank her for all the improvement and effort she gave to our team. Amanda Goodfellow is a sophomore setter who contributed greatly in her serving game, in which she scored 48 points. Her 70 assists became targets for the hitters, and we all appreciate Amanda's efforts this season. Jenna Burley is a sophomore outside hitter who served 85 points with 11 aces. She focused on 15 kills, 15 leads, and 50 great serve receptions. She's a joy to coach, and I would love to congratulate Jenna on being selected as the most improved player this year. Rye is an 8th grader who greatly affected the outcome of our season. She contributed 57 serving points with 7 aces. She's able to block effectively and receive the ball well. Alexis demonstrates confidence and poise as a volleyball player. Vanessa Dean Talley is a sophomore setter who led the team with 74 assists. She scored 36 points and 7 aces. Vanessa focused on self-improvement throughout the season. She was focused and a happy player. Carissa Manette is a sophomore who was able to score 82 points with 23 aces. The skill that Carissa possesses in serving is very accurate, as she rarely misses. Carissa has contributed 10 kills and 21 receives for our team. Allison Rich is a freshman middle blocker. She's contributed to our team with some great serves and speed and moving to the ball. Sarah Slater is an 8th grade player who focused on the center position. She demonstrates good footwork and nice passing to the hitters. Sarah has shown improvement in all areas of her game. Brooke Supernaw is also an 8th grader who played outside hitter. Brooke jumps high and moves to play the ball quickly. Sarah Kelly, a sophomore, has been a pleasure to work with for the 3 years that I have coached. Sarah plays an all-around game of volleyball. She communicates effectively on the court to all players and has scored 84 points with 28 aces. Sarah has 22 kills, 3 blocks, 67 great receptions. Congratulations to Sarah on receiving the Most Valuable Player Award. Rachel Evelyn is a freshman setter who has demonstrated improvement in all areas. Rachel has contributed in her serving skills and setting skills to our team. Alyssa Everett is a freshman who plays middle blocker. injury caused concern for her strength in hitting and serving this year and limited her potential somewhat. I would like to thank my players for a wonderful season. I remember many highlights such as the Ausable tournament, the Saranac tournament, beating Tupper Lake, our formidable opponents, twice, and all the efforts you put forth at practice and matches, and most of all the great representatives that you have been for Northeastern Clinton Central School. I would also like to extend a thank you to all the parents and relatives who attend our activities and supported our team. The parent-player pizza game night was fun and highly competitive, created a valuable memory for all of us. My final quote is from George Bernard Shaw. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. We should all look for activities to play, and we should all keep on playing. My thank yous go out to also the following people: Mrs. Gilroy for your efforts on our behalf, the custodial staff for the setup and cleanup, faculty for their support of the athletes, the administration and school board, as well as Mr. Castine for the broadcast of this ceremony and our matches. Thank you.
Was a great way to end our JV volleyball careers and a beginning for the 8th graders and freshmen. Right from the beginning of the season, everyone was working hard and our skills progressed and improved significantly. We had good days and bad days, but when we had good days, they were awesome. And when we were behind, we pulled through, and you could tell how bad we wanted. That is true teamwork. I love my volleyball team, and I can truthfully say that with different teams I'm on, my volleyball team is always my favorite. We always have a good time, and yet we can still stay focused. Well, usually anyway. However, a great team starts with a great coach. And we would all like to send a huge thank you out to Miss O.M., who was always calm and caring, and most times more like a friend than a coach. You're a great coach because you never made us feel like we needed to win or lost sight of the game. Just told us to do our best, and the rest would fall into place. And I'd say that's something any coach should learn from. NCCS is blessed to have you on our program, and it's hard to see you go. But hopefully this last year is good for you, and you realize what a difference you have made. Lastly, a big thank you goes out to Mr. Banker and the varsity team for tips and skill building. You were always a big help. Great job, Mr. Girls, and thanks for all the good times.
The varsity volleyball team from Wallingford. Evelyn Allen, Karen Christensen Acero, Jenna Martineau, Jennifer Mitchell, Juliana Rowe, Lauren Smith, Brittany Superdon, Amanda Trombley, Ashley Yates, Ashley Gay, Jessie Jeanette, Christy Knapp, Ashley Patno, Desiree Loya, Manager Justin Ballard, Scorekeeper Dan Moore, Statistician Leah DeMore, and Statistician Katie Houle. Special recognition goes to 12 members of the volleyball team who achieved the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award. To receive this award, the student must be an eligible varsity competitor whose grade average is used to determine the team composite grade average of 90% or greater, and additional students that have a grade average of 90% or better. The members of the team earning this award are just take a step forward. Emmeline Allen, Karen Christensen Acero, Ashley Gay, Jessie Jeanette, Christy Knapp, Desiree Loya, Jenna Martineau, Jen Mitchell, Ashley Patno, Lauren Smith, Brittany Supernoff, Ashley Yakey. There's a little pin that comes with it, and I have put it in their packet already, so congratulations. Please welcome the varsity volleyball team and Coach Baker.
I'd like to thank all the people who make sports possible here at NCCS. This includes our school board member, Mr. Hebert, our school superintendent, our administrators, teachers, bus drivers, and custodians. Thanks to Mr. Castine, our high school athletes receive great TV coverage. Thanks to Mrs. Gilroy for the long hours she works as athletic director. The poor woman, I've done everything from messing up her office each year to breaking the lock on her office door to shorting out the lights in that area of the school. And yet, she has me back each year. Also, thanks to Mr. Gilroy for lending a helping hand when we needed it. Thanks to the parents for their help and dedication they have provided through the years. To the Smiths and Supernovs and any other parents that had pizza parties or special gatherings for their team, I thank you. A special thanks to scorekeeper Dan Moore, the borrow tracker Leah DeMar, and stats people Katie Houle and Justin Ballard. Without you people, our games would never happen. Thanks. To Coach Ducharme, it was a pleasure to help you on your game days. I got to witness firsthand the great work you're doing at the modified level. Coach OM, it might be time to say goodbye, but what an impact you've had on our program. You brought a fresh new energy to us, and along the way produced the JV championship team. You have touched the lives of many players, and your future success will reflect the encouragement and dedication that you have given us over the last 3 years. I thank you for everything and wish the best for you and your family in the future. In our gym hangs one lonely, dusty old volleyball banner. It was put up by the girls' 1977 volleyball team. Each year we strive to add another one on the Wall of Fame. It has become our challenge, our goal, our driving force. Even though this team did not succeed in hanging a banner, they have set a standard for future teams that inspire to be great. I have coached here for 9 years. This has been my best team. Their accomplishments are that of championship teams. With 11 wins and 4 losses, they're one of the best teams to come from NCCS in a long time. One of our major goals this year was to learn how to step it up in big games, or as some call it, play at the next level. It didn't take long for this team to show that they could play at the next level. In our 4th match with Tupper Lake, after winning games 1 and 2, we lost games 3 and 4. It takes a special kind of team to swing momentum in a 5th game of a match like that. It was a hard-fought back-and-forth game that we won 25-23. This season we played 3 matches that have gone 5 games, and 5 matches have gone 4 games, and we've won 7 out of 8 of those matches. This team truly has learned how to take it to the next level. In the last 15 years, the Class B finals were made up of 3 teams. PHS with 15 appearances, Blue with 9 appearances, and Big Town had 6. This year we won. This year was the first time in over 15 years we were in the Class B final. And to get there, we defeated a very good Beekmantown team. And when we got to the finals, we played like we truly belonged there. Yes, now we know how to play at the next level. Tom Brennan, the men's basketball coach at Vermont University, was asked about one of his players upon entering the NCAA tournament. Brennan commented something to the effect he was more than happy to hook his star to his player's wagon to see how far it would take him. In fact, that's what I did. I hooked my star to this team's wagon, and it was a fabulous ride. I thank this team for a great year. This team deserved to win a banner. But I think Mark Twain stated it best. It's better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. Now, a little bit about the players. Juliana Rowe joined volleyball to make friends and turned out to be a pretty good player. She made great strides since starting out this fall. I hope she continues to play and learn the game. Ashley Patno had a good start to the season as one of our setters, but was hampered by injuries. She still has next season to look forward to. Desiree Loya, remember that name because you're going to hear a lot about this girl in the future. Only a sophomore, she plays the game with a passion. On offense, she hits the ball a ton and plays defense with cat-like quickness. She makes our future as bright as, well, Texas sunshine. Brittany Supernaut, a player Coach O.M. had on her JV championship team. She has worked hard to improve herself as a player. Brittany has helped improve our varsity program over the last 2 years. She has a love for the game that has made her dedicated to the sport. It is players like Brittany that form the strong foundation for successful seasons such as we've had enjoyed this year. Jenna Martineau is another player who deserves credit for our great season. In games, she was a middle blocker. In practice, she played many positions. During scrimmage time, if we needed a setter, she would play in the opposite hitter position. If we needed a defensive specialist, she would play that position. Always doing the little things to help the team become better. Amanda Trombley stepped up her intensity to play both in practice and in games. Preparing for the Plattsburgh's hard hitter, I ran a drill where I was on a stool on the opposite side of the net, pounding balls at the defense. Amanda kept trying to dig the ball until her arms were red. After a while, she had some success. In the finals against PHS, late in Game 2, Amanda made a dig on the big hitter, allowing us to go on and win Game 2. Ashley Yakey is best described by the word sacrifice. She was our libero, which is a fancy way of saying a defensive specialist. She was always diving, making an attempt to save balls. She had the black and blue marks to show for it. Ashley is another player that deserves credit for our successful season. She was rewarded for her great defensive play at the NAC tournament, where she was voted to the all-tournament team. Lauren Smith, as captain, she was the one who provided the leadership on the court. She was the one who wasn't afraid to challenge her teammates to step it up when things weren't going our way during the games. Lauren was one of the better setters in the league and a pretty good hitter, and dare I say, a good blocker. But the hardest thing to replace next year will be her on-the-court leadership. Ashley Gay is not our tallest middle blocker, but she has a knack of making big blocks when we need them. Ashley will be back next year to help lead the team to the finals again. She's worked hard to bring this team together this season. The Press Republican couldn't have put a more deserving person in the newspaper picture the morning after our championship game. Great picture, Ashley. Jesse Jeanette could have easily said, my leg is injured and I'm taking this season off to heal it. Anyone else? Maybe. Jesse Jeanette? Never. Jesse is one of the most competitive athletes I've ever met. Very little slows her down. With her leg injury, she still led the team in assists and points served. After our loss to PHS in the finals, I put my hands on Jesse's shoulders and said, I want to be back here next year. Because I know if there is a way, Jesse will find it. Jennifer Mitchell has proved that volleyball is not just a tall girl sport. With her aggressive style of play, she has become a good outside hitter. Jen's specialty is her pinpoint accurate serving. She terrorized other teams with her serve. Jen has made great strides over the last year to become a great player. Jen is this year's MIP award winner. Congrats. Karen Christensen-Acero is NCCS's all-time blocker with 179 blocks, 77 of them coming this season. She led the team in kills this year with 166. She led the team in aces with 52 of them. She was named to the Saranac All-Tournament team and made the CVAC All-Conference team for the second straight year. Karen is an example of what can happen if you work hard and dream big. She will be playing volleyball at Plattsburgh State next fall. Good luck. Karen is our co-MVP this year. Congratulations. Emma Allen's importance to this team can't be summed up by stats. Once in a great while, I have a player come along that I have an unexplainable faith in, that no matter what, if Emma's out on the court, it has to be good. I earlier described our first game with Tupper Lake. In Game 5, it was Emma serving the score with the score 23-23. That night after the game, I explained to my wife, when the game was in Emma's hands, it was the time that I was the most relaxed. This is the kind of faith that I have in her, and that's why she is also our co-MVP this year. Congrats. I want to thank the girls for a great season. Oh, man. Christy Knapp. No, this was Christy's first year in volleyball. And it was funny because today I was talking to her parents when they came in. And Christy played 5th and 6th grade volleyball for me at Morris. And her first experience at the varsity level was scrimmaging against NAC. And for those of you who don't know, they've been the powerhouse for the last 20 to 25 years. And I approached Christy after the match, and I asked her, I said, well, what do you think? And she said, well, it's certainly not like 5th and 6th grade volleyball. But Christy has come a long way this year, and she hopefully will be coming back next year. But with her great jumping ability, and she has a very quick wrist snap, she has a laser kill, and I hope she does come back and bring it back with her next year. Thanks, Christy.
Now, since we mentioned all the players, it's my turn. This year was a really good year. As Coach said, winning with 11-4. It was also nice to add a couple of new players to our team, some new fresh faces. And it was fun getting to know the new girls because, fortunately, I've been getting sick of playing with the same girls over and over and over. I'm just kidding. It was good adding some new faces. But if I had to sit down and think about it for a while, reality, I would give anything to come back and play with such a terrific group of girls. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This year was the highlight for many people, the seniors and the coach and the rest of the girls. There's always going to be memories that I'll always keep. And of course, there are some things that I will and won't miss. Here's just a few. I will miss seeing Karen's car on the school sidewalk to jumpstart Jenna's car, even though it was the starter that wasn't working and not the battery. I'm gonna miss Coach saying get her done. When he said it that one game, that was it. That was funny. I'm gonna miss Ashley's sleepovers. Brought us together like you wouldn't believe. And trust me, if we had things to say, we'd be like, hey, I'm sick of you. I'm gonna just lay it out. And we just laid it out at us, and I think that's why we became such a great group of girls, because if we had a little tangent against somebody, we definitely went against them. I'm going to miss Jennifer's impersonations.
on, I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss the Beekman Town lockers. That was fun. Christy, I'm never gonna forget your face ever. I'm gonna miss venturing the hallways in the different schools and a certain someone taking advantage of the teacher's lounge. Anyway, I'm gonna miss all the roses. I've never received so many roses in my life, and that was pretty cool. I'm gonna miss the new spandex. Finally, we get some new spandex, and then we gotta leave. But here's some things that I won't miss. I'm not gonna miss those spandex. I spent more time thinking how far those things were running up on me more than the game. And I was getting so scared of those things. I'm not gonna miss Saturday early morning practices. I'm not gonna miss weights. I'm not gonna miss Ashley leaving her skid on the court. It was the grossest sound in the world. I'm not gonna miss JV singing on the bus. And most of all, I'm not gonna miss the lollipop team. So, and now I just want to say thanks to Mrs. Gilroy. Put up a wall. I'd like to thank our parents, Mrs. OM, we're going to miss you so much. And we'd like to thank Calvin, and most of all, we'd like to thank Coach. And Des, this Coach, you have a present for you? Oh.
We have the girls and boys bowling teams down front here.
Just kidding.
Sorry, that is fun.
What is it? Oh, bowling.
Look, man, we're on TV.
No, it's not great.
Danielle Parker. Allison Robine. Erin Sorrell. Danielle Tierney. Jackie Bales. Megan Friend. Kelsey Deso. Chris Burley. Charles Martin. Nick Decost. Josh Friend. Mike Noggle. Nick Paquette. Ryan Saunders. Dylan Roberts. Kyle Chambers. Derek Norton. Adam Bayshard. Caleb Hampton. Caleb. Cody Hampton. Tyler Richards. Ben Everleft. Daniel Armsby. Please welcome the girls and boys bowling teams and Coach Young.
First of all, I would like to welcome everyone, faculty, parents, students, and friends. First, I'd like to start off with my girls' team. They really tried real hard to take the CVAC title, but fell 2 games short. They all tried their best in becoming what they are, bowlers. By the way, both girls and boys teams came in 2nd place this season. It was better than what everyone thought we would do. People have called us bad news bowlers. Well, maybe then, but they have shown everyone what they have come to do, and that is to bowl for NCCS Cougars. Now my players. Making friends. She showed me what it takes to become part of the girls' team. Once in a while, she would have tears in her eyes, and I would ask her, what is wrong? And she would tell me that she can't bowl well this game. I would tell her, it's okay, just bring it back for the next game. And you know what? She did. Kelsey Diesel. I told her if she could throw her ball 3 speeds faster, she would be very consistent at her game. I guess I can't complain though. She never gets upset with herself, no matter what game she has. Danielle Parker. She lets bowling get to her sometimes. I guess maybe she was trying real hard to get her name on the board with a 200 game. Maybe, Danielle, you didn't succeed at the bowl mark, but you succeeded in my heart. Erin Sorrell, my smiley little friend. I would tease her about not smiling, just to see if she would smile. Well, a grin was all I got. I guess that would do. Danielle Turney, my hardest-throwing girl. I would tell her to slow down and extend her arm out. She would reply, I can't. But then she would take her time and throw 258 games in one night and a 277 game. Imagine that. Also, Danielle was an all-star for states with a 177 average. Great job, Danielle. My 2 sub-girls, Jackie Fales and Allison Gravine. Keep up the good work, and you will be up there with the rest of them. Keep practicing, and remember, the more you practice, the better your games will be. Now to my wonderful boys. These guys really know how to keep up everyone's spirits. You never knew what they were going to do during their matches, like put rubber bands in their hair. Adam Bayshard, my pajama kid. Whenever we had practices when there was no school, he would come in his PJs and I would ask him, did you just get out of bed? This would be at 3 in the afternoon. Chris Burley, a senior, who would lighten up the teens by dancing around. He tries real hard in getting that big game. A 255 game is not that shabby. Dylan Roberts, one of my 2-fingered ball bowlers. Say that 10 times. I don't know why he would throw this way, because it's not easy to control. I've told him they do make balls with 3 holes in them, but he still insists this is the only way. He did do well, better than I thought. Charlie Martin. In order to talk to him face to face, I always seemed to stand on the chair, maybe to make sure he would hear me. He always got his Mountain Dew before bowling. This, I guess, really piped him up. Sometimes too much. He is a real great sport. Also, my boys' team received a sportsmanship award for the season by the other schools. Congratulations, job well done. Josh Friends, my top seed bowler for NCCS, with a 180 average. I always knew when Josh was going to throw a good set. He would jump around like a jumping bean. He throws a nice smooth ball. Nick Dekos, a first-year bowler, whom I think has improved his game 100% by going fingertip, which stopped him from throwing from the hip. Great job. Cody Hampton, a bowler who has a lot of potential in becoming one of my top seed bowlers, as long as he doesn't think that every time he puts the ball in the pocket, it's going to be a strike. I've told them all, a spare bowler is your best bowler, which wins you games. Caleb Hampton, my little teddy bear and twinkle toes. By that, I mean he is light on his feet upon the approach. Caleb also received the most improved bowler for CBAC teams by improving his average 44 pins. Congratulations, Caleb. Nick Paquette, also a big asset to our boys team. I just have to get him from throwing sidearms. Nick, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Mike Noggle, a shy boy, whom at first I had a hard time getting to know. I just think he had a hard time getting to know me, because when I speak, everyone listens. Myself, Ryan Saunders, Tyler Richards, Ben Everleth, Daniel Ormsby, Kyle Chambers, Derek Norton, Corey Slater, and Cody Seymour. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to work with you as much as I wanted to, only at home games and practices, but I can honestly say thank you for sticking with the game of bowling and with me, and not giving up proves to me that you are true bowlers and are my future bowlers to come. I have enjoyed coaching these young adults this season, and I am looking forward to many years in the sport of bowling. Also, thank you for all the hard work that you have shown me. Keep up the good work, and I promise you, you will again return to States as a team representing NCCS Cougars. Thank you. Okay, my most improved bowler for the girls. She is a 9th grader that will be an asset to our team, and she shows me that she has potential in becoming MVP. She has improved her game, 23 pins, since the beginning of the season. Most improved bowler goes to Erin Sorrell. For the boys, he is also a 9th grader. Of course, at the beginning, I told you he raised his game 44 pins. He is going to be a big asset to our team in the next 4 years. I'd like to congratulate Caleb Hampton for most improved. Now we have MVP for the girls. This person always seems to be cheering everybody else on, trying to do the best in what she can. She has been a big asset to the girls, and I'm sure she knows who she is. My most valuable player goes to Danielle Turney. Now, I have, for the 18 boys, I have 2 more awards, which usually I only give 1. If I could give each and every one of these players MVP, they would, each and every one would get 1. But unfortunately, for the 18, he too is a team member. I have enjoyed him very much this year, and I will miss him. By the way, there are 3 seniors that will be leaving this year. Chris Burley, Charles Martin, and Danielle Parker. But this senior, he missed maybe 3 weeks going into the season. He came in all jolly, and the first time he threw his ball, he's also 2 fingers. I will miss him, and I would like to introduce Chris Burley as the most valuable player in the state. Now for the boys team. He is an inspiring young player that I became very fond of due to the way he would try and do the best at what he does. He too inspires his teammates plus the opposing teams. I wish I could get every player, like I said, MVP, but this one goes to Nick Decos. Oh, I forgot one thing. I also like to take and thank Elisa Boutin. She has been our manager both home and away games. Could everybody please give her a round of applause?
Gotta fix the mic. We are here before you tonight to say a few words about Kathy and our season. Very few words can even begin to describe the fun and excitement of our season. Also for the love and admiration we have for our coach and friend, Kathy. The boys A team did a spectacular job this season. We entered sectionals in second place, but a few bad games landed us in 7th place when going out of sectionals. Even though we may not have done as well as we liked and hoped, we had fun, and that's the important thing. A favorite memory of mine from this past season was when Caleb Hampton, after a Ticonderoga bowling game, we went to McDonald's and he ended up spilling his Coke all over himself. I felt so bad for that poor girl that had to clean up his mess.
Okay, as for the girls team, we had a great team this year. We did have 2 new players that came in that had not previously bowled on our team. And not only did our team get along, but we became extremely close and very friendly. A little bit about each of the players, my perspective. Starting with Erin, she's very quiet, but it doesn't matter if she's having a good game or a bad game. She always smiles. You cannot look at her without smiling because she's always so bright and cheery. Danny, I think Danny was the liveliness of our team. She was always jumping around, bouncing around, and she has a lucky Pez dispenser that she brought to every game. Yeah, which is broken now thanks to the boys' team. Kelsey is an amazing bowler. She's so light and tiny. She barely throws the ball, and all the pins fall. And I constantly tell her, why don't you put more emphasis in it? She's like, I don't have the energy today. Jackie, I didn't get the chance to bowl with Jackie this year because she was an extra, but at our home games, after she was done bowling, she constantly came over and cheered us on and always kept our spirits up. And for Megan is a total sweetheart. She is one of the newest members of our bowling team this year, and she's much like Kelsey, very tiny, but she's another Twinkle Toes. She tiptoes up there as fast as she can and throws the ball. Doesn't matter where it goes, it usually hits pins. But I just want to tell you all guys that I'm going to miss you a lot next year. I wish you all luck, and you better be straight that I'll be coming back to watch you guys.
Well, I guess I'm here to talk about Kathy. She's scared already. God, what can I say about Kathy that you all get? Well, she doesn't know anybody's name. She has first, 4 or 5 games. I'm sorry, the first 4 or 5 games, it was just crazy. She couldn't get anybody's name straight. I was always Charlie, or Josh was always Adam, or whichever way it happened to turn out that day. She's a little kooky sometimes. Definitely you. Usually she's having more fun than the kids, which is awesome. I gotta say, she's my favorite coach. I had to fly last year, and she just knows him out of all. She's awesome. She listens to everybody. If you got a problem, she'll try to help you fix it, whether on the lanes or in the lane. We want to salute Kathy. My most favorite coach. We'd also like to thank Kathy, Miss Cougar, the entire bowling team, you guys, B team, rock on for next year, you're going to make it rock. Got to thank the bowl mart, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here, literally. Especially Beaner, she's helped us out so much, especially Ron. Thank you.
We would also like to thank Calvin because he recorded all of our games this year and put them on your team is, our TV station is. But we would like to thank him, and we have a gift for him.
One more thing. Before sectionals, me and Chris and Adam, we all went out and bought these aviator glasses. So we'd like to induct Kathy to be one of us. We got a pair of aviators.
Would Emma and Ellen and Kyle Gadway come down front? And could someone shut those two doors in the back?
Hi, Grandma.
In each sports season, the CVAC All-Academic Award is presented to two senior athletes in recognition of their contribution to and achievement in sport, as well as their success in academics. There will be, I've sent their pictures in a little write-up, and they'll be in the paper somewhere, sometime along the way. For the winner of 2005 season, these awards go to Emma and Allen from the volleyball team. Kyle Gadway from the hockey team. Congratulations to both of you. And now will the hockey team come down front, please?
Someone in that slide it down. John. Yeah, exactly.
Kyle Gadway. Mike Harrigan. James Cruz. You can move down there, guys. John Juno. Justin Marks. Niall Manette. Cody Roberts. Mike Southwick. David Warner. Nate Young. Jeff Horn. Ian Lapierre. Nate McCallum. Chris Matok. Matt Goodrow. Tyler Oliver. Sam Parker. Justin Spring. Matt Welch. Josh Bayshard. Jeremy Jeanette. That's Mailhawk. Jordan Marks. Andrew Southwick. Manager Nicole Blanc. Manager Bob Pieper. Special recognition goes to 10 members of the ice hockey team who also achieved the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award. Please step forward when I call your name. The members of the team earning this award are Josh Bayshard, James Cruz, Kyle Gagway, Jeff Horn, Nate McCallum, Jordan Marks, Chris Matot, Niall Manette, David Warner, Nate Young. To go back through all the records, but that may be a first for the hockey team, so congratulations, guys. It was your coach that brought that to my attention. All right, you may notice that Coach Francis is not here. He's away on business, I believe, so Coach Gadway will talk about the guys tonight.
Good evening. Rob apologizes for not being here tonight. His job was sent him out of town. He wrote a speech for me to read, but I think Joel's going to be happy that I changed it a little bit. It was like this long. First, we'd like to thank Josie, the school board, and the community for all the support of the team. Also, thanks to the guys at the rec center for their hard work at the rink. To Denise, my wife, for doing chores. For me, and for organizing fundraisers with parents throughout the year. A big thank you to the parents who helped with the fundraisers. With the hockey program, we need a lot of extra money, and it's a pleasure to have everybody working for us. Thanks to Sean Parker for always being there around the clock. Linda for that, for our programs and collecting money at the door. Calvin Castine for standing in the pole rink videotaping our games. Now, for our first achievement this season is the building of our own locker room with the rink. With the expertise of Peter Manette, who built the locker room, we have an amazing room for our team. We'd like to thank Pete for the long hours invested in this project. We also would like to thank the Ross Point Village Board and the rink staff for the space to build it. We'd like to thank the community for support in building this locker room. Namely, Bruce and Brent Ledoux, the owners of Shazy Hardware, and the staff at Shazy Hardware for donating a large portion of the materials needed to build our locker room. Sharp Rental and Wyatt Harris also for the donations. Also, Jim Melo for the nameplates for the boys in the locker room. Put quite a touch in the locker room. Another achievement for our season was winning the Missisquoi and Saranac tournaments. Taking second in the Beekman Town and Tupper Lake tournaments, and third in the Queensberry tournament. We ended up 17-7 for the season. We're the #2 seed in the league, and for the first time in many years, we were going to host a sectional game. The rec center was packed, and we were told many people had to park in the Shazy parking lot. The boys came out hard to beat Plattsburgh. 2 nights later, we dominated Lake Placid. Then it hit us. We were going to be playing for the sectional championship on that coming Saturday. We think the boys skated onto the ice at the field house and saw all the people, and were totally in awe of the whole scene. It's been a long time since we've had crowds at the rec center or going to the Stafford Ice Arena and seeing the many people. We didn't play our best, and we know the boys were disappointed in their efforts, but it was a privilege to be there. We were very proud of the way they handled themselves in light of the fans from the other team chanting and taunting them by name. More than their accomplishments on the ice, there are a couple of other reasons they should be very proud. Rob and I used to kid each other saying that you're not going to get any smarter hanging around our locker room. Well, this year, we had 16 out of 24 kids on the honor roll, and we won the Team Scholastic Athletic Award given by the state. That accomplishment to us deserves a lot of praise. Not only that, but at the end of the season, coaches meeting, our team was chosen as the Ray Holmes Award recipient for the team that showed the most character and sportsmanship on the ice. It was a unanimous decision amongst the coaches in the league. Rob Francis. Rob Francis was also chosen as Coach of the Year by the league. Kyle Gadway, 4th in points in the league, and Matt Welch, leading goalie with 11 wins, were chosen by the CBA coaches for the first team honors for the All-Star Hockey team. Nate Young received honorable mention for the CBA All-Star team. When your team is successful, it is not without the efforts of all 24 players. I don't have each player named individually because I'm too worried about missing somebody, but it goes from every one of them. They all have to be there. In order for guys to get these awards, it's not just individual. It's like I've always said, team is not spelled with I. Great job, guys. The hardest part about this season was trying to pick the most valuable and most improved players. The player we picked as most improved was a freshman that really turned it on midway through the season for us. Through his hard work and dedication, this year's most improved player is Max Miller. As for the most valuable player, it was a tough decision. This player chosen has been around for 3 seasons and really honed his skills and goal. He's a good kid and rises to the challenge for the big games. For this reason, we have chosen Matt Welch as the most valuable player. Our manager this season was Nicole Blanc. At this time, we would like to thank her for all her help. We would also like to thank Bobby Beeper for his help this year. I didn't realize he was so popular with the girls. It truly was a great year and one that won't be soon forgotten. The excitement is back at the rec center and the crowds continue to grow. To say that we are excited for the next season is an understatement, and we hope that the boys feel the same way. We encourage them to stay in shape this summer and skate if possible. Next year, the sectional championship trophy should be sitting in our trophy case at NCCS. Thank you.
Good evening. As you just heard, we had a great season. 17 wins and a trip to the second championship game is something I've heard of when talking about Northeastern. I think our success surprised everyone. Our season started off great, especially in the MBU tournament when we beat the home team from 3 goals down in the 3rd period. The next day we beat Beatontown to win the tournament. It was also great to have not 1, but 2 home sectional games. Perhaps the highlight of the year, though, was the questions that were asked to all of us so much. Where's your next game, and who do you play next? It was great having all that support. And we also want to thank Nicole Blanc. We love you dearly. I would like to congratulate our coach, Mr. Francis, for receiving Coach of the Year. And I would like to congratulate Matt Welch on getting the first team goalie. What an achievement for him. And Kyle Gadway for getting the first team honors. Our season was great, and in closing I would like to wish Mike Harrigan and Kyle Gadway luck with their future ambitions. I'm excited for next year's season. That's all.
That concludes the first session. Thank you for coming.